The special counsel investigating former President Trump has subpoenaed daughter Ivanka Trump and son-in-law Jared Kushner. That's according to the New York Times. Special counsel Jack Smith has reportedly ordered them to testify before a federal grand jury. The investigation deals with the 45th president's efforts to overturn the 2020 election and his handling of classified documents. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins me now for more. Scott, so how could Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner's testimony benefit, aid, or otherwise help the investigation?
Well, it both expands the investigation, but also gets it into a more narrow place inside the Trump inner circle, where this investigation has been headed for weeks. There was a subpoena for former Vice President Mike Pence, now according to the New York Times, for the president's own daughter and son-in-law, which makes this sweeping January 6th special counsel investigation far and away the most ambitious and potentially the most impactful of the multiple investigations into the former president. We know about the one going on in Georgia, in which the grand juror has been speaking. We know about the multiple investigations in New York City and in Washington, D.C. This special counsel, Jack Smith, is investigating both the records, the documents marked classified, seized from Mar-a-Lago, and efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. And now he has dipped his toe into some very important waters, issuing a subpoena for the former first daughter, her husband, the latest in a series of people right there in the inner circle for Donald Trump.
That's right. You can't get closer to the former president than those two. Now, going back to once the topic of constant concern for us, the January 6th committee, the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, has handed over footage from January 6th, some of which was obviously aired during the January 6th committee. But a lot of this is not what aired in that committee. What's the response been to the Speaker handing over that footage to the Fox host, Tucker Carlson?
You make a good point, John. Here we are more than 2 years later, and it's another week on the calendar, mid-February 2023, in which Congress is arguing again about January 6th. The reported release of all this video, 40,000 hours plus to Fox News, was the topic of a conversation this afternoon in an internal virtual U.S. House Democratic Party meeting. According to one member who was in the meeting, who spoke with CBS News, there was, quoting now, deep concern about security vulnerabilities that might be revealed by the release of this video to a private media entity. There is hundreds of hours of January 6 police video that's been released publicly by the Justice Department. John, it's part of their prosecutions of these nearly 1,000 criminal defendants. But even the Department of Justice has said that it's been careful to not expose police secrets. When the January 6th Select Committee released public police videos at their primetime nationally televised hearings last year, they say they checked with police to ensure doing so wouldn't risk the public. Now there is in this ether thousands of hours of police videos with no sense, no guarantee that it's going to be contained.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you.